Let's just go back for a second. Mississippi State loses that game to Auburn on Saturday night. You say there actually might be some reason for optimism. Is this a glass half full for the sake of the glass being half full, or is there something that you really do see there?
Well, and we talked about this a little bit this morning. State's shot at 75% off the line, which is not, a ridiculous percentage. It's a good, solid free throw percentage. Sure. That just feels normal. That feels like something that, the outliers are when you shoot 7 for 22 or 18 of 36. That's not normal college basketball, any level of higher basketball statistics. And so it feels like State, they should be able to, shoot free throws better. And I know they had 4 games in a row where they shot free throws like crap, but this is college basketball. All these guys can shoot at some level. They can shoot the basketball. So it feels like the 0 of 18 is just a huge outlier. I mean, I just don't see them, week in, week out putting up horrific numbers like that. So I guess what I'm saying is I think they can control the free throw shooting, and I feel like the three-point shooting isn't going to be that terrible every week. I'll say this. If State plays like they played against Auburn, and they can find a way to make 5 or 6 three-pointers, which, again, talking about somewhere between 30, 33%, not a massive percentage, they can beat Tennessee. They could beat Tennessee on Tuesday if they play basically the same way. They out-rebounded Auburn. They dominated the paint. They shot the ball well at the free throw line. They got good looks. They just need to make a few three-pointers, and you're right there. So I feel like that can happen.
I think Mississippi State's going to win some games in the SEC. I don't think they're going 3-15 necessarily.
Right.
But when I look at the remainder of their schedule, it's hard for me to go, oh, this is the one. I mean, number 9, Tennessee tomorrow night at home. Okay. State makes it a physical game, makes it an ugly game, makes some shots, maybe. I wouldn't bet on it, but maybe.
Right.
Florida at home on Saturday. Okay. That's a game you can win.
You can win.
But Florida, I think, has probably been a little better than people thought they were going to be with first-year head coach. At Alabama on Wednesday, January 25th.
No. Just say it. No.
Hosting TCU, who's ranked 14th in the country, on Saturday. Maybe.
These next 4 games are tough for State. After they get out of this 4-game stretch, you start getting into a little bit more manageable games. But they do need to find, in this next 4, at least one win.
But even when you get out of that, okay, so you go to South Carolina. It's a game Mississippi State probably should win.
Probably should win.
But it is on the road, and South Carolina has at times showed a pulse.
Yes.
You host Missouri. Missouri's looked pretty darn good. Not
pretty
great,
good.
But pretty good.
Yeah.
Host LSU. They looked okay at times. Yeah. And then at times they looked bad. Like Saturday when they got beat by 40 at Alabama.
Yeah.
Go to Arkansas. That is a ridiculously hard place to play. Arkansas's got some problems right now. I don't know if they're going to get them worked out or not. It hosts Kentucky. I mean, you're not scared of Kentucky like you were, but when everybody laid Kentucky to rest last week, what'd they do? They went to Knoxville and beat a top 5 team on the road.
This is sort of what I would get at, though, is like I feel like everybody outside of Alabama is gettable. You can beat Arkansas. Arkansas lost to Vanderbilt on Saturday. You can get Tennessee if the right conditions. They're probably the second best team. Kentucky is beatable. Florida, LSU, they're beatable.
Yeah.
So you got to play better. If
so is Missouri. I mean, A&M. South Carolina, Vanderbilt. But you
got to play better.
Yeah.
But you can win these games.
Some of them.
Yeah, State needs to get, like I said, this week, it would be good to be 1-1 this week, because next week probably you're 0-2. But if you win one game, Florida's net is 48. State, I think today was 54. You're still hanging around the 40s and 50s, and then you get into some games you can start winning.
I feel like the NCAA tournament conversation is over.
I don't think it's over, but they got to start winning some games.
Okay. We'll see. I hope you're right. I hope they're interesting and compelling enough that we can talk about them into March.